You know, that's a bit loud. That's going to come off. Games, board games is what I'm talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. We are starting off this streaming with a little bit of singing, but I'm sitting here and singing, and I'm wondering why isn't Jason singing? Scat solo. And hello, and good evening, good afternoon, good night, good whatever it is, wherever you are. We are out here in the garden. It is 8 p.m. UK time on a Tuesday, and as I've done 50 weeks out of the past 52 weeks, basically I've done it pretty much every week since March 2020, with 2 weeks that I skipped for Christmas, New Year.
Disappointing to your fans there. You deserve a holiday.
Thank you. Yes, I do. Yeah, sometimes you want to take time off, and I think that's something that it's worth doing, especially when it's, you can do something, but I think people have to understand that people do have other lives, and I think it's interesting how the internet leads to kind of wanting to do something all the time, because even a TV show, they have seasons, right? And sometimes it's like, okay, we'll do this and then we'll stop doing it. Okay, we'll do some more and then we'll stop doing it. And that gives them a break. Like, the Daily Show, that's not really daily, is it?
No, not anymore. So not anymore. I mean, I watched like 3 seasons of Golden Girls in 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway. So this is Tip Top Tabletop Tuesday, and today we are playing Balanceable. Balanceable is a game for the ELL deck, formerly known as Wibble++. We're going to play with 16 of these little cards, or standard size playing cards. I don't know why I call them little cards. It's unassuming cards.
Yeah.
They look like it's just a deck of cards. You can do so much with them. There's 2 letters on each card. We're going to flip them over. Each time you choose one of the letters, you're going to put it on the left or the right. You're going to grow a line. You're going to, at the end, have a bunch of words that are written left to right, but some of the words will have been placed going backwards, because he starts off in the center and then you go in this direction and that direction. So you're trying to balance your 2 sides, and you score points for your second longest word.
Ooh.
So if your longest word's 7 letters long, but your second longest is 4 letters long, then that's no good. You've got to try and make 2 5-letter long words, for example. That's pretty good.
It's all about the balance.
Exactly. Balanceable. That's what it's all about. Now, people who have regularly watched this and are tuning in might be thinking, hey, who is this person? I mean, if you've never watched this before, I am Bez. I make games. I love games. My favorite games are Go. I'm best known for Yogi, the best game of physical constraints. I'm proudest of Categorical, and the game that I would probably recommend the most easily to families, is actually Kitty Cataclysm. And we're going to UK Games Expo, and it's going to be Wee Whimsical Creatures. Now, Jason, who are you? And you're a composer, you're like a musician, you've been demoing for me, you're helping me out this weekend, we're traveling together, we're almost like compadres.
Yeah, was it 5 years now? 6 years? Something like that. It must be 5 years. In 2016, I think we first met at Dragon Con.
Dragon Meet
even. Very different things. Dragon Meet in December. Playing a game that became Yogi in a mind. And then I became a volunteer quite quickly, actually. The next, pretty much, I think not quite the next event, but the one after. And I think you took me on as part of your team.
Yeah, 2019, just before Essen.
just for Essen. In fact, Essen was my last in-person event, so it's really exciting to be back in person at UKGE.
I mean, my last in-person event was AirCon, which was March, and I'm really feeling it because I did a lot more events than you. Like, I did more than one a month, and yeah, I was just talking on my vlog, earlier today about how excited I am, and just talking to Sarah, like, I was trying to keep it short, and normally we go on for an hour and then cut it off, but like today it was 90 minutes because we're just talking about UK Games Expo, and it's just so exciting. But yeah, what are you looking forward to at UK Games Expo, actually? Tell us.
Honestly, I know it sounds a bit corny, but the atmosphere. I really, really enjoyed the virtual con. In fact, I think there should be more virtual cons at some point in the future because they're very accessible for multiple reasons. In fact, my partner actually attended a con and some events that they wouldn't normally attend and had a great time, but wouldn't be comfortable going to a physical convention. But there is something about the atmosphere, and if you're lucky enough to work behind a stand, there's another level to the atmosphere, the behind the scenes.
Like, you've got the people that you meet to play the games with, but then you've also got the camaraderie. And, I don't want to be one of these people. It's interesting, the whole notion of paying people and volunteer culture, because I was talking to Martin Wallace and James Hammy Hamilton about Warfrog and Treefrog back in the day, and they were talking about how at a certain point, they were saying that genuinely, if you start paying people, it kind of becomes problematic because then it changes the culture. But then at the same time, that's like not a good. You can't just say, okay, it changes the culture, therefore we're going to ask everyone to work for free.
Yeah, it's getting the balance. But no, I enjoyed. I mean, I wouldn't be working. I'm quite stubborn. I don't work for things that I don't enjoy. I get bored very easily.
No matter the amount of money.
No matter the amount of money, I've dropped projects before that I didn't enjoy working with that person. It was just too much. I'd rather, whatever money I'm earning, rather enjoy it and have fun. Obviously, there's some nitty gritty stuff that has to be done. But generally speaking, I mean, I wouldn't be. I know it's. I'm a bit biased now, but I wouldn't be working with /for Bez if I didn't enjoy it. If it was the least enjoyable thing in my list and something had to go, then that would go. But it's not, so it doesn't.
I mean, I'm glad to hear that, and it's like I do try to facilitate fun. And, it's definitely something on my mind about, like, this company culture, because more and more, like, so I've been saying quite a bit in the past few days that someone helped me come to this conclusion, like, they just asked, hey, if board games were split into 3 parts, what would they be, like the creation of them? And I think it wouldn't be like designing is one and in development is one and marketing is the third. Like, I would actually say all of the creation, all of the arts, the development, the design, the rules writing, all of that is 1/3 to my mind.
Yeah.
The second third is making it so that people can play the game, they can buy it, getting it into shops, talking to distributors. Maybe this might reach into, like, rules videos potentially. I mean, I don't know exactly where the lines are blurry. The lines are always blurry, right?
Yeah.
But the second bit, it's all about the logistics and that. And then the third part is marketing, making people actually want to buy it. And I feel like the first part is where I would like to still do work. And then, don't get me wrong, I love conventions. I love that part, even though it's clearly marketing or facilitating. But I really want to be more about get more and more people. And that's why, having Chris on board and Dina's starting to help out with the Instagram and is going to be helping out with my next at least 2 Kickstarters. And we'll see how that goes. We'll do it, okay, Dina gets a percentage, and we'll see how it goes. And, it's it feel like Layla's starting to do marketing on the Twitter on the L deck as well. And yeah, like it's nice that my ambition of facilitating fun does naturally lend itself to marketing, because like I feel like I should actually get up the game and start it off at this point. Talking about facilitating fun, we should be playing. What are we doing not playing? Now, we are outside, as you might have noticed. I don't have the overhead camera, but I am going to try to do my best to show the bits of paper. When we get the new card for each turn, we will show off our bits of paper and what we've done.
Oh, hello.
There's a little cat that just went. So, how does this game work? Firstly, take 16 cards. 3, 2, 3, 2. No, it's 21 for balanceable. I'm completely. This is 21, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and a starter card, because the ideal is 10 on each side. And hello, Robin. It is lovely to see you. And Robin is apparently also outside. And Robin, I don't know if you are playing along today or if you are just watching, but either way, it is lovely to have you. And we are literally just about to start balanceable. So if you would like to jump in, then now is a good time.
All we need is a pen and paper.
That is true.
And coffee. Probably some coffee too.
So you need coffee?
Fluids. It's always good to keep drinking.
You have your hands full with a puppy.
Yeah.
You can see someone's more excited with puppies than me. I'm glad you're here to have the kind of... wait. You should maybe shimmy over a wee bit.
Shimmy over. I feel like a Doctor Who reference. Shimmer!
Oh, and my gosh, this is actually the perfect timing. And so, firstly, our guest is Jason. I will introduce Jason after I have firstly thanked Runa, an amazing crafter. I just want to do a quick shout out. Runa Elinur for the raid. I hope I spelt that correctly. So thank you, Runa, for the raid. I want you to know it's appreciated. Maybe it's morning or bedtime. Either way, it's a meeting of minds. Today we're playing Balanceable. It's a game about where you start in the middle, and then you'll go to either side, and hopefully you'll grow your words really wide. Does that explain it?
I think so.
Excellent. So, thank you very much, Runa, for raiding. Lots and lots of love. How was your crafting today? I have just been focusing on UK Games Expo stuff. I popped into Duchess's thing for 5 minutes, and then I just left my computer and awesome. What were you making? But Robin says maybe you met during the celebration stream.
Possibly.
400th celebration?
That was a while ago, which is...
A couple of months.
Yeah,
you were there for the morning, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were both on the morning. So Jason is my compadre. Jason and I are going to be the two people at my stand. Tom will be there for maybe 4 hours during the time, but we will be there for pretty much
all of it.
9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 4. But yeah, we've got like designated time to eat. So like we are really excited. We're driving over tomorrow. But yeah, back to the game.
Here's we.
Are you not? Oh yeah, you're doing the driving. That's true. We are traveling. Jason is driving. I'm sitting in the car. So apparently your beard has become more glorious since then.
Thank you. It actually trimmed and tidied up.
Well, that makes it glorious. Before, maybe it was a bit scraggly. I don't know. I'm not going to put words in Robin's mouth.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we are playing Balanceable, and for those who don't know, you start with one letter, and you've got to decide which of these is going to be more useful. The truth is, you're pretty much always going to start with the top letter. It's just the nature of the game. So you draw whichever one you want, You write it in the middle of your paper. Remember to keep it small-ish. I might have even drawn it a bit too big. Do a little dot underneath. So you remember that that's the center of the page. Now, every other card, you're going to get 4 choices. You'll get the 2 choices of the card. Which one do you choose? And you can either put it left or you can put it right. And you see what words you can get. Ideally, you want to get loads of words. That's basically the game. Ideally, you get 10 letters on this side, 10 letters on that side, because there are 21 cards. You score for the shortest side after you scribble out all the gobble-de-gook. So anything that's not part of a word, you scribble out. Words can only contain one letter at the end or start that's the same as another word. So 2 words can only share 1 letter. That's what I'm saying. That's the easier way to put it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
2 words, 1 letter.
Yeah. You can't have 2 words sharing 2 letters or anything like that. And so there's a limit to how much you can have going on. But during the game, you do get 3 wild cards, which instead of using the card, you can draw anything you want. Use that to get yourself out of scrapes. Make sure that you've always... But ideally, it's a game about keeping your options open. And Robin, you don't need to be quiet. It's all good. That's why we're here, for a bit of chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, second card. E or L. E or L. Which one do you choose? This is... Remember, you do need to fit 10 letters on each side. So you put this on either side and boom. The next card is O or F. And this is how I put the E on one side.
And I've chosen the L this. So
Okay.
we've already been different.
We've already diverged. I mean, I think that given what's just come out, this might be better for you, but we will see. I am thinking, does coffee and toffee, that has 2 Fs, right? I'm fairly yeah, it does. Coffee has 2 Fs. This is a game where you need... And... Ooh. I was not expecting that. So O or F, and I chose to continue going backwards. I'm thinking of coffee or toffee. We will see, but I will probably have to use a wild card for the F because I know there's only 2 of them in the deck. And you've got...
also gone with the F this time. Again, put it next to the L.
So lots of words you could make. I thought you were going to go O for ole or hole or bowl.
Possibly, but that would put me in a corner. Could put me in a hole.
Ooh. Okay. T or C. This is Tom Cauldron's favorite card for obvious reasons. Because, you know, it's got their initials on it. Tom Cauldron, designer of Categorical. So T or C. I made the word feet, but I don't have to keep feet. So in theory, I could still go for coffee and T could be the start of a new word.
Yep. I have also gone for the T.
Flat? Oh. N or H?
Not the right order I wanted.
N or H?
I think I'm
Now,
going...
this is where I'm just kind of thinking about, you know, like pairs of letters that work well in words. So I'm thinking, you know, TH, that can, you know, work well in words.
Now just confirm, how many wild cards are we allowed?
3.
3.
Over the entire game.
I think we'll have to use a wild card.
That is fair. When you have to use one, you have to use one. So, do you have an idea of what you're going for there?
I am.
This is Jason's. Tell us, what are you thinking?
It's probably misspelt because it is 8 o'clock in the evening and I've driven up here. I was thinking of going for fletch, as in fletching, and building off both ways as well because they can lead nicely off to other words.
Is that?
I don't know.
That's a rude activity, isn't it?
I don't possibly. No, that's a different thing. That's a very different thing. We're not going to say on stream.
What does fletch mean?
Shall I get up on my?
Yes.
That's just.
I'm mildly curious. You are allowed, just to clarify, you are allowed to check up things during this game. That as long as you don't stop the game. So S or C?
Yes, it's not rude at all. It's to provide an arrow with feathers for flight.
Ah, very nice.
I knew it was something to do with like woodworky things, but feathers.
S or C? If only, yeah, you'd used the other one on the other side. You could have used the.
I could have used, yeah,
But you weren't to know.
no.
S
What were
or
the
C?
chances?
I'm going to take my wild card. So
S or C.
I've gone for that, and I am thinking that I might go for coffee because coffee is a long-ish word, and then I only need to get two more,
Yeah,
and one more long word, and then I am.
two. I'm can't use either of those letters.
Remember, you could
sensibly.
go left. You
I
can
could do, yes. But I'm not as good as you with this game.
T or H. T or H. Oof. This is tricky. Oh, yeah. The free wild cards is not that many. Oh my gosh. T or H.
Now, do words have to share?
No. They can be completely separate. That's totally fair. For example, if I manage to get my coffee, then I would start my next one with TH.
Yeah.
But I am thinking that, yeah, I might give up on the coffee because otherwise I might have to do. No, I'm going to keep the dream alive. Even though it means using two wild cards, and that might be a terrible idea.
Yep. So I've already used two wild cards, and I've moved the T in the F.
And the next one is A or P. Oh, sounds like neighbours got sprinklers on the go.
It's good rhythm.
Well, I mean, you expect machinery to have good rhythm, to be
Yeah.
fair.
I
mean-
concerning.
Yeah, if it was slowing down and speeding up, then where would we be? Yeah, talking of that, there it goes slowing down.
I'm going to put that aside.
It's not just me, it was slowing down there.
Yeah,
Was
it's slowing down.
okay. Or P, and I'm thinking, that or there. A or J. A or J. Oh my gosh. Oh. This is why it's really problematic. Because balanceable, you need to work really hard to keep your options open.
Mhm.
And I've not done that very well this time. I'm going to. Yeah. I am tempted to use my third wild card, even though it's a terrible thing.
See, I've used take it, the A earlier and the A before and put it either side. I feel like I might have kept my options open there with the.
Yeah, I think you might be doing better than me. It's been a while since I played
which
this.
is a miracle because Bez is very good at her games. And I've also made a note of what letters are under my wild cards because I will forget.
Yeah, I've done the same. So this is potentially toffee, but if I want, I could make it to C, but C is marginally more useful. S or G? S or G? Which
Ooh,
one
they
will
both
you?
work.
And now's the time when you might want to start thinking, how many letters do you have on each side? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3. So
I am balanced. I can pick either side and both those.
I've got 6 going back and 3 going front. So I'm not too bad. Once you've got like 7 going on one side, you want to start.
I think I'm going to put mine here. So I've put it to the right.
And we have a final card of the first half. T or D?
Now, is that a word?
You can look it up as long as you don't slow down the game. If you start looking up 10 words, then That's no good. But you are. This is a looking up friendly game. I like to say that most of the solo games, most of the things. What is the word you're looking for?
Tat.
Tats. Oh yeah, tit for tats. Absolutely.
I didn't know whether it was one of those words that's not really a word. Called
O or
dictionary.
D. I've got that, coffee, and the S. Like that could be S on its own or ST. So
I'm gonna have
O or D.
to use my final wild card.
I mean, I've used all my wild cards, so I'm going to have to work really hard, so to keep my options open. And next is N or U, and Runa's saying had to order groceries, so couldn't answer earlier, but have been very nerdy in my crafts lately, or just today. Sorry, working on a landscape for a dune sandworm. Have you watched Dune? Are you a fan of Dune? You looks like you like Dune.
That is absolutely amazing. I haven't actually seen it in a long time, but is this going to be at any convention anytime soon?
You know, Runa lives in that place. It's in Europe. I'm trying to remember where Runa lives. I think it's not Norway. I'm not sure. It might be Norway. I'm not sure. It's somewhere in Europe.
That's a large area.
Yeah, oh man.
You see, that's a problem because I live somewhere in the world.
Yeah, I live somewhere on Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at this, aren't I? Runa, it's not Denmark. It's not Germany.
Sweden?
It's definitely not Germany. Near Amsterdam. Did I say not Netherlands at the start?
Yeah.
Okay. Runa is near Amsterdam. There you go. And crotcheting a baby doll meant to resemble the Star Trek character Tuvok. I'm not familiar with that.
Tuvok is, yeah. What about Tuvix?
Okay. And I have just put down my N. I am thinking that could be it. It could be ton. It could be tone. It could be tonality.
I've had to waste it. I think.
Although I think that my lack of wildcards at this point is going to prevent me from making a second long word.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was too single-minded.
Wow, that's
R or D. But yeah, that sounds awesome, Runa. And
yeah,
is that an R?
that's an R. No, that's an.
Do your things more clearly. Do your R's more clearly, and then show it to the Come on, it's.
Are you taking the mick out of my handwriting, which is because of my hypermobility?
I'm sorry.
I can make graphic scores just by writing letters.
I guess I am. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Take the mick out of time. Hey, it's not as bad as my dad's. We can't actually. Well, actually, that's a lie. We can't tell whose handwriting is whose when we write each other's letters.
And I should say, this is Jason, by the way. I should probably get it on the screen. But this is Jason. I'm Bez, for those who don't know. And so Jason seems to be nerding out a bit, says Runa. Would you like the link to my Instagram so you can find out when I finish these projects?
Yes. Yes, please. Ping, ping.
And Runa, you have, well, so you can't, this is my laptop, so you can't just click the link and do your things, but
no.
You can, you know what, I can message you the link.
Yeah, please do.
I will message Jason the link, and then they will follow.
I think you should do a Neelix figurine and a Tuvok, and then smash them together to make a Tuvix. Oh, pen down, man. I need these.
And
the week. Oops.
E or W, yeah. Try to avoid, even on red clothes, red pens do still make a mark because it's a marginally different red.
Marginally, yep. Ooh, ew.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to
put it this end.
If I'm very lucky, I might manage to score 15, but I
have to be extremely. I can't.
E or W. So I've got my 4-letter word, tone. That's currently my second longest word. 4 letters isn't as great as normal. I mean, what was I thinking with coffee or toffee? I mean, 6 letters. I mean, to be fair, I can admire my ambition, but once I started using free wilds, that was just a terrible move. And anyway,
I am obviously got the one I started with, which I didn't expect to be the winning one, but I'm going to try and see if I can get another 5-letter word. But I've got, going off that, I've got hash. I've got tat. And I think if I really want...
EN is a word itself.
Is it a word in itself?
N dash. M dash.
N dash, yes, of course. I've got... I think I'm building some up here, but I'm really...
And we've only got 5 more cards to go. S or D.
Ooh, that builds me a 4-letter word, which makes that my second longest word.
That gives me a 5-letter word because I managed to pluralize tones. So now my challenge is to, balance the 2 sides.
I'm trying to do that.
And ent is also a word. So did you have
ent? I've also now got scent, which leads on to tat.
Oh, apparently I knew that
tip.
ent was a type of mythical creature. I didn't think it was a real word.
Wow.
Can
we see this?
Shall I look it up very quickly and I can share the screen? If you look up ent Wikipedia, let's see what it says in Wikipedia. There you go.
Talking, of course.
This is royalty free. So I am allowed to share things because it's on Wikipedia. Do I have to? I'm never sure.
Wikipedia.
Like, do I have to? I might as well say TTT Tom. That seems like a nice picture.
No, this is.
Is that a scanning of something drawn by someone else?
So it looks like it's from Tolkien.
Oh yeah, it is.
This is the reference.
Oh yeah. So an ent is a creature. In Middle Earth, closely resemble trees, treebeard of Fangorn Forest. So there we go. That is an ent. And yeah, I appreciate you. I'm going to check on Collins very quickly to see if ent is also words in the English dictionary. Ooh. No, ent is not a word. Ent is not a word in English. I mean, if you want to allow it, like if you were playing casually, or if you want to allow names of beings, as long as, you can play as you want. Yeah. It's all about challenging yourself. Like, don't make it too easy for yourself. If you say, anything is a word, at some points, it takes all the challenge and fun out of it because you want to have it a bit tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise I could get away with putting things from Doctor Who in. There's a lot of made-up words there.
And yeah, hello. Whoops. I just realized that was still showing. I didn't mean to show the Collins. But hello, Sir Thekos, who says Lord of the Rings is exactly what I was thinking of when reading ent. And yeah, Robin.
So I thought it was a dyslexic ant.
Like, is today casual?
Yeah, I mean, the weekend is probably more formal.
I mean, would you allow ent in this game right now?
Probably not.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably not.
Like, I'm not going to allow it for myself. If you wanted to allow it, I wouldn't be like, oh, Jason won, but then they used ent. But I would be thinking that's in my mind. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I would be thinking, okay, Jason won, but we were playing by different rules. But this way, if we both say, okay, what are the words that we agree on? We agree on words that are in Collins' English dictionary.
Yep.
And there we go. It's competitive. It is. Eraser. I'm not sure what that's a reference to, but hello, Bones and Banners. Lovely to see you again.
Nope, I haven't got that.
Okay. O or C? O or C? Okay. We have 3...
See, I am taking the O.
I am taking the O. S-O. I'm thinking there could be sop or so or sog. Is sog a word?
I've been fairly balanced all this game. Which is very ironic.
Just double check. Yeah, Sog is, yep.
Boggy land.
E or P? E or P? Oof. Well, I think I'm going to get my vowel where I could.
So I'm now looking up a word.
EDS. Hopefully I can get something there. It's all going to come down to what goes on here. And apparently
Yes,
ent is actually a Dutch word. Or Netherlandish, some people might say, if they want to rebel against the fact that Dutch people being from Netherlands doesn't make any sense.
Do you mean Deutsch?
Apparently it's when you take a branch and glue it to another tree. That is called Enten. Also, it's a word in German. Ent means duck. True story.
Yes, because when we were at Spiel and had duck.
See, these are the important words to remember. Hey, or... Oh, excellent. I can do weds. So I've got 2 more words, 2 more letters to go. And I'm thinking, I've got to get the perfect letter, but there's a few things that can go AW or OW are valid words. SO, I've got a few options there. And hey, I'm not teasing the Dutch people, but let me. There's the thing, Dutch Yoda.
That was me teasing Dutch people.
So,
Deutsch.
Oh,
well, I win by default. Okay. Oh, I've dropped my pen.
Oh, spider webs all over me, all over my paper.
Web, no, that was mine.
Spider
web. Also, that's
spider web.
copyrighted, so we can't.
Yeah, we can get away with like 3 seconds of it. Spider web, spider web. Stop. Spider web. Oh, and duck is enter in German.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, good thing we're not playing in German.
Yeah. Barely playing English.
So, soy. Brilliant. So, all I need to get
check that.
is, can I get something that goes before the W? Can I get something that goes before the W? I'm so tempted to flip it over.
Yes.
But
yes, it does exist.
YAS is a valid word.
It's a valid word.
And finally, do you want to show how your thing's going and what you need?
I don't think I can balance it properly. We unbalance it. So I think I might have...
S or X?
Now I think I may have to pluralize a word.
I mean, sweds is almost certainly not a word. If only I had an E in there. But this is where I go. Sweds, is that a word? No.
Yes, I can pluralize it.
Rose. Like fish eggs.
Fish eggs, yeah.
I thought it was a mass noun. Like, you've got a whole bunch of row.
Plural noun, soft rose.
Oh, you know what? Might be like cheese. So if you've got, 20 blocks of cheese, but if you have multiple types of cheese, that's like a whole bunch of cheeses. Do you know what I mean?
Possibly.
And so it might be like, okay, I've got 1 million pieces of roe because, it's really tiny.
Yeah.
And 1 million might be like, one shop shelf.
Axelis, hello!
Hello, Alex. And, but yeah, so if you have cod, I've got 2 rows. Like, I've got the cod row and the herring row. I've got 2 rows. And so, yes, exactly. And
I've had quite a down week and a few months, actually. The fact that people are excited to see me really has made my day.
Aww. But yeah, it is. And Alex, I don't think you're going to UK Games Expo, are you? But yeah, Alex, the resident person, I'm going to poke you.
I-
You can see Jason's kind of cheek moving. I am actually touching Jason. Oh my gosh, this should be like a channel point redeem or something, like poke yourself, and then like when there's another person on, I just poke them.
I wouldn't go there. That's a different streaming service.
No, poke. Just poke.
Just poke. Just poke.
Man. Yeah. Did you wash your hands before doing that? I did.
Yeah,
You
and
saw
I've
me.
anti-backed it, yeah.
I was just doing some cooking. I washed my hands. I did some chicken. I washed my hands. And we're going to eat the chicken. It's at, I believe, 100 degrees for an hour. That seems like a reasonable thing. And then I'll turn it up.
Don't look at me. I can't cook.
100 degrees for an hour. I imagine that's going to be like mainly cooked. And then I'm going to put some cheese on it. That's what we're going to have tonight. But yeah. Okay. Alex is not going to be at UK Games Expo, but thank you for popping in. And anyway, that is the end of our first game. It's taken a while, but we had a lot of chats. So, firstly, you surround or draw blocks or whatever around your actual words, and anything that is not a word, you scribble out. I unfortunately had one. The stars are not completely wild. The stars are any letter you choose. You don't have to choose straight away, but they can't be one letter for one word and one letter for the other word.
No.
So what I've got here is I've got weds, I've got toffee. It could also be coffee. I've got that. I've got tones, and I've got soy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is my second longest word. You score for your second longest word. So that's
6.
5 points. Also, if you count the letters on each side, so I did a little dot here under the E to show that's where I started. I've got 9 on this side because I scribbled out the S, and I've got 10 on that side. So that means that my second longest side is 9. And so 9 plus 5, I got a score of 14.
Let's just check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That can't be right. I must have missed one.
No, 10 and 10. That's
that makes sense. Yeah, because the one in the middle.
It's 21.
Yes,
it's 21 cards, so that you can get to perfect 10 and 10 balance.
Okay, so we've got Cowboy with the maths here. So we've got my second longest words are, I've got 3 of them: scent, hash, and rose. Oh.
So you've got one really well. Fletch is
just a way to get
4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So that's 6. That's pretty good, but we ignored that.
Yeah, that's.
And so we look at the 4-letter long word. So that's 14.
14.
10 plus 4. That's your score.
14.
Yep.
So we tied.
We did tie. Oh, that's true. Firstly, let me catch up with these things. Anyone ever seen Demolition Man? I have seen Demolition Man, but it's ages ago. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Aqua chocolate cooks at about 30, and then it will start to burn. Oh, I thought everything cooks at 180.
Yeah, I've burnt soup in the microwave, and I've boiled away water so it burns the pan, because I'm that bad at cooking. Twice.
Might still burn that. If you pick coffees, okay. So your words can only 2 words can only share 1 letter. So if I had coffee, I couldn't do scoff, because the problem with that is if I got coffees and coffee, that would be super easy to make 2 really long words. That would be, you know, that would be. So that's the main reason why you can only share 1 letter between 2 words.
Think of it like a pivot point for the next word.
And in terms of temperature, I'm always talking Celsius. I mean, we're not like those crazy Americans.
No,
and
we use the metric system here, mostly.
Miles.
Yeah, as I said, mostly.
Yeah.
Still measuring inches.
I mean, Amsterdam, where Runa is, like near Amsterdam. So apparently, if I go to Amsterdam, then potentially I could say, hey, I'm going to Amsterdam. We should hang out. I mean, not in 2021. Maybe in 2022.
2022, maybe. I mean, I'm hoping that I can go on the cruise that booked next
Apparently,
year.
Demolition Man, they didn't touch each other because germs. I mean, we are going to be staying in a room together, so it's like,
Yeah, we are. and we were both tested. I'm double jabbed, all extra safe.
I can't remember, Runa. I cannot remember Demolition Man. No, Alex, I do. I know some older generations use feet and inches for the height, but I do not agree with that.
I probably because
Wait a minute. Do you use?
I use feet and inches because I was brought up with feet and inches. I would like to do meters.
I am about 1.73 meters.
That means nothing to me.
1 meter is 3 feet, so I think it's. I mean, you probably can tell my height more by your look. Anyway, yeah. I am maybe the same height as you. I don't know.
I think I'm a bit taller.
Are we staying at the same hostel? We are not staying at the same hostel. We are not staying at a hostel with other people. We are staying nearby. We are staying in Ibis. Okay, so like, are we going to play another quick game, or are we just going to chat for the next 15 minutes?
I think we should chat.
Yeah,
because we've got UKG.
Yeah, UKG, it's a big thing. Let's chat. This is the first. I just want to say, this is the first person I've ever streamed with in real life. This is like a momentous occasion. Like, this is, I believe, I want to say, the first time I've ever shared a camera with one person, with someone else. It's like been really thing, but
special.
They did. Oh, apparently in Demolition Man, they didn't, procreate like. Well, I'm going to say it's on this. They didn't. It's not about procreate. They didn't enjoy sexual pleasures physically. They did it virtually.
Right. Okay.
Right. And yeah, so this calls for a party. Alex was trying to give you 10,000 points. Linda, kind of hard watching the stream right now, but I'm glad to see you people. Oh,
if you want, I mean, I don't stream, but I do have a Twitch.
Why is it hard? Is it hard because of the puppy and everything goes in your side, or is it something that we're doing? If it's anything that we're doing, like, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
And I mean, who brought the bubbles?
Bubbles?
No bubbles. I didn't bring any bubbles.
No. I can pick them up tonight when I go and get the drinks. Non-alcoholic. I just am teetotal, but yeah.
Like, should we have bubbles? I don't think we need bubbles.
No, I don't think that might. Do you think? Now, here's a question: are bubbles COVID safe?
Ooh, I don't think.
Wasn't that a thing last year?
I don't think the bubbles are COVID safe, because then you'd have your breath in it. Yeah, I think that would actually be really bad for COVID.
Yeah, surely
that would be really, really bad.
But bubbles then a biological weapon technically right now?
Yeah, you're right. And yes, soap bubbles. We're talking about soap bubbles.
Yes.
Well, soap would kill germs, suggests Runa.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, would it kill the germs that are in your breath, or could there be like some viri like right in the middle? I don't know.
Machines be hard, but.
And thanks for letting us know, Robin. It's all good.
Yeah,
enjoy the puppy.
That's a valid reason.
You can apparently blow. How can you? Oh, I've seen it. You can't. Yeah. You
can also get a machine to blow it, but I'm not sure whether we could find one in time before tomorrow.
I don't think we should do this for not this year, but genuinely, I think people have given me ideas. I think this could. What do you think? Should this be something that we do for a future convention?
Bubbles. Yeah.
You seem quite convinced by this idea.
I like bubbles. Troubling so in the summer when I'm driving.
Alex is suggesting a slip and slide.
No, they are not safe at all. Weren't they like withdrawn from sales at one point?
Oh, well.
No, I liked it. You've got to get the right level of grass.
One can move the soap top circle, and air resistance will do the rest. Yeah, exactly. Or a ventilator. Oh yeah, you could put it.
Yeah.
And Alex, this is some idiots in America back in 2020. I think it was April, something like that. They did this. This was
Yikes! Yeah,
March.
yikes.
I'm going to trust Alex with the date. Yeah.
Yikes! It's right. Oh, it's high now.
Some industry event made everyone blow up a balloon and let them off, spraying saliva particles around the whole room in March last year. There was lots of yikes in that room. It was some sorts of motivational and allegorical thing. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. And hello, Ian. So, for those who don't know, this is Ian from Asmodee, who demos for Asmodee sometimes, and also we hung out at Settlers in Hamilton. You know, which is completely unrelated to the musical. I was very disappointed to hear that Hamilton was about some US president or something like that. It wasn't about the small town in Scotland at all. I mean, you can imagine that. After I found out, you know, my motivation to buy a ticket.
Could you imagine Scottish rap?
I can, and I have heard it.
I don't think most people would even understand what's being said.
Honestly, most people don't even understand rap at the best of times. But yeah,
So every time
Ian, lovely, and
Asmodeus,
yes, you will see us both at UK Games Expo.
every time I hit, okay, so side note, for those who don't know, I'm autistic, and part of that I have echolalia. Echolalia means sometimes I have an impulse to say or do something verbally. So every time I hear Asmodeus, I'm reminded of Dr. Zaius, which is a sketch from The Simpsons years ago. And
Can I play the piano? Can I play the piano?
I can't remember the full sketch, but all I have is Asmodeus, Asmodeus.
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. That's it.
Yeah, but I have Asmodeus now stuck in my head like that.
That's fair. But yeah, if you want to talk to us about The Simpsons or other things, then come and find us at UK Games Expo, maybe after trades time, because, you know, during trade time, hopefully there will be enough people to make wee whimsical creature noises and stuff.
Don't test me. I am an experimental musician and I'm an experimental vocalist. So if you hear strange noises across the hall, come and find us.
4251. Should I double check my stand number?
Les Mis there for a second.
Stand. Oh, there I go. I've got 2451.
2451.
I'm going to copy paste that in case someone is watching this and is also going to UK Games Expo, which is apparently true for at least one person. And so let's catch up with the chat. Runa says, when I am vaxxed and everyone who wishes to be vaxxed is vaxxed, I will be happy to spread my germs to them again. Eat that, stupid people.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend spreading germs anyway, but yeah.
There are other things to exist.
Yeah.
To the anti-vaxxers, that is. It would be interesting.
Yeah.
People can have interesting impulses. And Ian says, Ian's going to wander over saying, Amadeus, Amadeus,
yeah.
Amadeus, Amadeus.
If you're stuck on my head for a week,
Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus. Can you sing harmonies? Asks Alex. I feel like we should just do musical improvisation for the rest of this stream. Amadeus, 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 Amadeus.
Oh, you've got the O.
Amadeus, 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 Amadeus.
That got really dark.
When people announce going to the toilets, my first impulse is have fun. Bye, Runa. Lots of love. Oh, Ian is demonstrating Ticket to Ride Amsterdam. That is one that I've not played. Have you played any of the Wii Ticket to Rides?
I have never played any Ticket to Ride.
Never?
No.
Would you like to play one tonight? Do we have time?
I don't have the energy if I
That's
drive
fair.
to Birmingham.
That's fair.
I would like to, but what I'd like to do and what is sensible are very different things.
You see, this is like, yeah, maybe another time. Like, you know, would you like to come up for my birthday? Potentially.
Yeah.
I'm having multiple people over, but I am asking them to all test themselves beforehand.
Yep. Happy to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, just making plans on stream there.
But yeah, that is indeed Days of Wonder. I got Ticket to Ride New York first time I played it. I played it like 4 times. It was at an industry event, and I was like, this is really good. Like, it's a knife fight. It's like so tense because the full version of the game is like maybe 45 minutes, an hour, but then the short version is like 15 minutes. It's over almost like before it began, and you really need to think about every single one of your trains. And then they came up with London, and I wasn't going to buy that, but then they gave it to me for free. And now I realize that I actually prefer London. London's my favorite. But then they brought out Amsterdam, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need this. Like, if they give it to me for free, I'd accept it, and then I'd tell you which one I prefer. But as far as I'm concerned, London's great. But yeah,
I mean, we're in London.
We've got a question. Is it good? Apparently, Ian doesn't get sent the games ahead of time. 2 minutes 32 seconds. No, it's not that short. Ian has a red shirt on. Alex says there's a Dutch lady who can harmonize with her own overtones.
Yeah, I've heard of her. She's just absolutely amazing. I haven't had enough fluid.
And sorry, Robin, I missed you, but lots of love and thank you for popping in.
Yeah, good old polyphonics. Yeah.
And yep, we played a game, and yeah, before we start wrapping up, I've got the whole thing. Don't know. Oh yeah, Alex is linking to that video. Before we wrap up, I want to firstly do links. Is it links or link? I can't remember. There we go. Guess they both work. But I want to remind everyone about the Elvic Design Contest.
Oh yes.
Did I tell you, by the way, earlier today, we got the 50th submission since I opened it back in 2017.
Oh, it's a special day then.
So since I opened up this Google form, which you can reach by going to stuffbybez.com/design contest, there have been 50 submissions, which is pretty cool. Wow. That's quite a few games for this humble deck of cards.
Yeah. I say often, but there are more games possible for this deck than there are letters in the alphabet. It's cheesy.
You are such a... Yeah, Alex with the dad jokes and the excellent puns. Give yourself 50 points for that. Give yourself 50 points. Or Ox in the US. Or, oh no, Axe. Wow, you've got a lot of points. 59,000. We have to work out something to do with all those points at some point. Yeah, so firstly, I want to remind people there are 2 competitions. 1st of August is normally a big day for me, but this year I'm also going to be at UK Games Expo, so my attention is divided. But you have until the end of Saturday to get in your game design. Even if you've won before, Alex, even if you've never tried making a game before, Ian, just give it a go. Yeah. And like anyone else in the chat you're just the last 2 people who said something in chat.
Yeah.
But
3 days?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days. That's loads of time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you set aside, an hour.
Yeah.
Like try to think something, move around a few cards, think of an idea, even if it's bad, still send it in. And
I mean, I've written a score with over a quintillion combinations for over 20 musicians in 3 hours. So yeah, starting the game in 4 days.
Alex says I should make you do something someday. Yeah, there are actual rewards. I think 50,000 was like the top thing, and I was going to add some stuff after 1st of August, but I was going to have like a bit of an auction, but a piece for a quintillion instruments.
No. Rubik's Cube.
Ian is asking about hugs at UK Games Expo. So can I actually move this up, and can you stand up so I can demonstrate my preferred way of... So it's right elbow, left elbow, right ankle. You'll have to trust us. We're tapping our right ankle,
Yeah,
and
I'm
Jason
gonna have to
is
have a stick.
and left ankle. And now we do jazz hands. That is how I like to greet people right now. Oh my gosh, I think I just killed a thing.
Jazz hands, by the way, are applause in British Sign Language.
So, risk LARP. Basically, I am not going to hug anybody at UK Games Expo. Yeah,
it's just
I am not going. Normally at UK Games Expo, I would be all over the high fives. I would be hugging people that I know. I would be, just all over that. This year, for people that I don't know, I'm not going to give them a high five. I'm not going to even give them an elbow bump. I'm just going to, do the wave, just keep a wee bit of distance. I'm not going to actually touch anybody. But if there's someone that I really know well, like Ian, if you come over and you want to do something more, we can do the right, left, and jazz hands. And it's quite a nice little dancey thing.
Yeah, and the only reason we hug is because we're in the same bubble for about a week.
Yeah. And Alex, hello, Xate. It's lovely to see you. So Xate doesn't normally pop in, but this is the infamous Jason.
Yeah.
So
I exist. I know it's terrifying.
Ian is fluent in British Sign Language, BSL. Alex is fluent in BS. Alex Truth Bomb. So it's about that time that we need to sing the bye-bye song.
I don't have my handpad.
You can harmonize vocally. Is Loserpalooza already streaming? Is Loserpalooza streaming tonight? Sometimes they are not exactly on time. I don't know what's going on. I know that Ilka is at home with Bo and Dave is somewhere else. But, check how it's all that love. Check out that love. Is that not cute? Alex gave sort of love to Xate and... Oh, it will be just Ilka. Okay. So if someone wants to let us know when they go live and then we'll raid them. But we'll hang around for 5 minutes. Because they're meant to start at 5 minutes. Could you actually do me a favour and plug me in? Because this is on 8% and it feels like an appropriate time to start. Are you okay there?
Yep.
Yeah, we've got the electricity all the way out in the garden. Amazing modern technology. If it actually turns on. Do you have to do something to your...
Yes, you do.
Yay! Electricity! And hello, Dutch. It is lovely to see you. And oh my gosh, something came up with Ilka. That is so sad. So that is Ilka Loser, half of the couple known as the Losers, or 1/3 known as the Public Loser family, which is Dave Loser and Ilka Loser, who are improv artists, and they do mainly comedy, but they've also done opera, improv opera.
I've done improv opera before.
I believe you.
I was singing...
I mean, I would expect that of you.
I was singing a back of a dessert packet outside of a window for a cafe for a sound festival.
I mean, Alec, if we had known 15 minutes ago that they weren't going, like, we might have done another game, but I think at this point, I still want to wind it down. I've still not done my packing. This is the point where Jason starts to hate me.
To be fair, I only finished packing this morning before I left, and then I had to go back for like 3 times to pick up things I've forgotten, and I still forgot a couple of bits.
Yeah. So
I'm not used to it. It's been 2 years since I left. 18 months.
Yeah, sorry, we're going to wind down, but it has been so lovely, and we can raid Board Game Blitz. Yes, 100%. Ambi. Oh, by the way, has everyone seen the new thing that Ambi did? Ambi did like an amazing board. You know, what's it called? That something tango. The cell tango. No, something.
Oh, you mean You mean from Chicago? The song from Chicago.
It's where there's people talking about how they murdered a man.
Oh, we had it coming. Yeah, it's
They had
cell,
it come. Cell Block Tango.
Cell Block Tango. That's it.
So they made a board game version of that where it's about how they defeated someone in a board game. I'll play it for you tonight.
I want that.
Yep, Cell Block Tango. But and Alex has linked to Board Game Tango. There you go. Board Game Tango. You know what? I think I'm going to show this on the theatre mode, so because Ambi won't mind. Ambi's lovely. So this? Should we do a quick reaction video?
Yes.
It says like a whole 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Watch it on her thing to get her more views. Yeah, everyone, go to the
Clash.
That's a fair point.
Oh,
That
sorry.
Sapes makes.
Opened.
So
Hey, you had a little teaser anyway.
yeah, now that's like, you know, you've already seen 29 seconds of it. You know, like, to be fair, most
Doesn't
of that
even-
was the intro. Like,
Doesn't even give away the plot like Marvel does in every trailer.
yeah. So, yeah, let's do that. So everyone go over and watch that, and let me... Yeah, we're going to... What did we think of the game? Did you enjoy it?
Balanceable?
Yeah.
Yeah, I play it. Every time I play it, I enjoy it. Actually,
Cool.
one of those few word games I can play. Sensibly, that is.
So, let's get rid of that and let us finish up for the evening before we raid the amazing Ambi at Board Game Blitz. And so, firstly, I want to say thank you, everyone. Actually, I'll do a recap wrap up. We played the game, we tied. I got 14 points. Jason got 14 points. There were puppies, there were cats. Well, there was talk of puppies. We saw cats. And then we had a conversation about UK Games Expo because it's such a big thing. And Jason is my helper. Jason's amazing. Now, if you want to check me out, you know I'm stuffbybez.com, stuffbybez.bigcards.com, twitter.com/Bez, instagram.com/Bez, twitch.tv/stuffbybez, where you're probably watching. And you've also got youtube.com/stuffbez, where you can watch all the old episodes. You've got stuffbybez.com/discord, if you want to be redirected to the Discord. You've also got the twitter.com/ELL_deck. Check out all those links, but mainly check out the L deck competition, which is... wait, there we go. Jason, what game for the L deck would you like to see? I think this is someone maybe wanting a bit of inspiration or restriction.
Okay, well, I'm not a huge fan of spelling word games. I enjoy them, but I wouldn't. Not like games that. Really
Yeah, Jason
satisfy
really
me.
doesn't like Unfinishable,
Yeah,
which is the new game for this year.
Really hard.
Like it's a really in-depth game for 2 players. It's David Brain's favorite game.
Yeah, brain is what you need. I would something creative. I mean, I really enjoy games like Fable, Phrasal, and Giftable because they've got that collaborative creativity, which I kind of really love. Both in, I mean, I do D&D, and I also have I do improvisation, so it's kind of my thing. I love collaborative creativity. And I'm very biased whenever I try to suggest someone plays Fable if they're into creative games. So if I think someone's into creative games,
So you would like more creative games?
something, yeah.
I
Because
mean,
I honestly, when I
so-
saw Fable and Phrasal, I thought that was it.
I know you
to do
like
with it.
Fable and Phrasal, and do you like Giftable?
Yeah, I do enjoy Giftable.
What do you think of Categorical? Because that's about words, but it's in a different way. It's about recall.
Categorical, I do enjoy it, but you have to have the right person to play with. Playing it. I've just played it with one of Bez's housemates today, and we share similarities in our neurodivergences, which made the game very interesting to play. So it was great fun to play, but we didn't get through many rounds. So yeah, I would say I'm more in. If there's a creative game, I mean, I didn't think there was more creative games you get out the deck after Phrasal and Fable, and then Giftable appeared.
Oh.
Hard to.
And we've got shouts out to Invisible, which Xate loves. Xate did a bit of early playtesting for that, and that's very much.
So I've not seen that one.
No, you haven't. You've not played any of the ones that
No.
have been made in the since the contest, because
No.
I sent you the rules, but you weren't going to. There was no opportunity. It's just the way that 2020 went.
Yeah.
I mean, I really wanted. Like, Jason was ready to be a judge, but no opportunity to play.
Yeah. Yeah, Invisible, definitely one I haven't seen.
Yeah, a bit like. Okay, Xate did a lot of playtesting.
Yes, I was sorry that pun was going quite over. It's late.
Okay.
It's late. I think we need.
So, back. Firstly, thank you everyone. Thank you, Jason, in advance for being excellent at UK Games Expo. Wow, thank you for
High bar now.
all the things. Thank you everyone for watching. Yeah, thank you for being you. It's over to you. What are you up to? You can share, but only if you want to. If you've got anything to share it quickly. And we are going to raid the. Alex says, lovely to see you. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do the raid. You're all right too, Bez. Thank you very much. We're going to raid Board Game Blitz. Hopefully they are still okay. Ambi is doing a jigsaw puzzle, and
I've got one on the go at the moment, actually.
so let us press the raid. And this is the end, unless anyone had anything to say. Bye bye and good night.
Bye.
And yeah, speak to you soon. And I guess so that's the end. So for sure, bye 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 bye. This is the goodbye song. Bye 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Alex.
Bye.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that game. That sounds amazing. Alex adds a -6. Bye-bye, Alex. Bye-bye, Xate. Bye-bye, Sir Thekos. Bye-bye, Ian.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. And hello and copy-paste and say hello to Ambi.